Welcome to my channel Old Worth Coins. The 2001 Canadian 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, features a beaver sitting on a rock. A design by G. Kruger Gray that has been in use since 1937 on the obverse. It carries the image of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Pedery Hunt, which was used from 1990 to 2003. This coin is made of nickel-plated steel, weighing 3.95 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 mm. Over 150 million of these coins were minted in 2001, making it quite common in circulation. However, coin value depends heavily on its condition and rarity. A circulated 2001 nickel is typically worth only its face value, 5 cents. In uncirculated or mint state (MS) condition, especially grades like MS 65 and above, it can be worth slightly more, generally around 25 cents to $1 Canadian for collectors, depending on the market. Coins in near-perfect condition, graded by professional services, can fetch higher prices, but only if the coin shows no wear, has sharp details and a full original luster. There are no widely known major errors or varieties for the 2001 5-cent coin, which also affects its collectability and value. Coins stored in original mint sets or sealed holders are more likely to retain higher value over time. For investment or serious collecting, condition is key. Coins must be handled carefully to avoid scratches, discoloration, or loss of detail. While the 2001 5-cent coin is not rare, its historical and aesthetic value, especially as part of a year set or collection of Queen Elizabeth II era coins, holds moderate interest among numismatists. Always consult recent coin catalogs or online auctions for the most current value. If you suspect a coin may be in exceptional condition. The 2003 Canadian 5-cent coin, often called the nickel, is a small yet interesting piece for collectors, due to a unique detail from that year. Like most Canadian nickels, it features the iconic image of a beaver sitting on a rock. A design by G. Kruger Gray, symbolizing Canada's historical fur trade and industrious spirit. The coin is made of nickel-plated steel, weighs 3.95 grams, and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. What makes the 2003 issue notable is that it was minted with two different obverse portraits of Queen Elizabeth II, one with the crown and one without it. The crowned version is the older portrait used from 1990, while the uncrowned version was introduced in 2003 to mark the Queen's senior years. Both versions were minted that year, making it special for collectors who seek both varieties. In terms of value, the regular circulated 2003 5-cent coin with either obverse design typically holds a face value of 5 cents in everyday usage. However, uncirculated coins or those in mint condition, graded MS 65 and above, can be worth more, typically between 25 cents and $2 Canadian, depending on the market and demand. If the coin is part of a Royal Canadian Mint set, or in a pristine state with no wear, scratches, or toning, it may have increased value to collectors. Of the two varieties, neither is extremely rare, but some collectors pay a premium for complete sets featuring both obverses. Additionally, coins from 2003 with high mint state grades MS 67 or higher are less common and may fetch even more at auctions or among serious collectors. As with all coins, condition plays a key role in value. Coins that have been kept in protective cases, free from handling, and showing full original mint luster will naturally be more desirable. It's important to look at the sharpness of details, absence of nicks, and overall eye appeal. While no major mint errors are widely known for the 2003 5-cent coin, any unusual strike or die error could significantly increase its worth. To get the most accurate valuation, it's recommended to consult recent auction records, Coin catalogs or seek a professional appraisal, especially if the coin appears to be in exceptionally good shape or shows unusual features. Overall, while not a high-value rarity, the 2003 Canadian nickel holds a small but special place in Canadian numismatics due to the portrait transition and its role in marking a shift in royal representation on coinage. The 2008 Canadian 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel, is an integral part of Canada's currency system. It was minted by the Royal Canadian Mint and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, weighing 3.95 grams. The coin features an image of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Susanna Blunt, which is common for Canadian coins. On the reverse, the coin depicts a beaver, a long-standing symbol of Canada's fur trade, which was designed by Emmanuel Hahn. The 5-cent coin is made of steel and coated with nickel, giving it its silver-like appearance. As with other standard circulation coins, its face value is 5 cents, meaning it can be used for everyday purchases, though its collector value can differ depending on its condition and other factors. Coins in pristine or uncirculated condition are typically worth more than their face value, while worn or damaged coins might only be worth their nominal value. For collectors, a 2008 nickel in excellent condition might fetch between 10 and 25 cents, depending on the market. Additionally, coins with minting errors, such as misprints, double strikes, or other unusual features, can be valuable and can reach higher prices in the numismatic market. The coin is produced by the Royal Canadian Mint, located in Ottawa, which is responsible for all Canadian currency production. While the 5-cent coin continues to be used, there have been ongoing discussions in Canada about phasing it out due to rising production costs that exceed the value of the coin. However, as of 2008, the nickel remains in circulation. This coin is also an attractive piece for collectors, especially those focused on Canadian numismatics, as it is part of Canada's long tradition of coinage. The 2008 5-cent coin's value in the collector market is influenced by factors such as demand, its condition, and whether it is part of any special series or features. You can find these coins in circulation at coin shops or on online auction sites where collectors often trade and buy specific years or types of coins. The 2009 Canadian 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, is a standard circulation coin issued by the Royal Canadian Mint and remains an important part of Canada's coinage system. The obverse front of the coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Canadian artist Susanna Blunt, which has appeared on Canadian coins since 2003. The reverse back features the iconic image of a beaver sitting on a rock, designed by Emmanuel Hahn in 1937, symbolizing Canada's fur trading history and strong connection to nature. This coin is composed of steel with nickel plating, giving it a shiny silver look, and it weighs approximately 3.95 grams, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. The face value of the coin is 5 cents, which is still accepted for everyday transactions in Canada. However, in the collector's market, its value depends largely on its condition, rarity, and whether it has any minting errors. A typical circulated 2009 nickel is generally worth its face value, but uncirculated coins or those in mint condition, graded MS 60 or higher, may fetch 10 to 50 cents from collectors. Proof like specimen or proof sets from the Royal Canadian Mint can carry even higher value, especially if still sealed or certified. Coins with errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubling, can be worth significantly more, sometimes several dollars depending on the error type and condition. This coin was minted in Canada, with most being produced at the Royal Canadian Mint facilities in Winnipeg or Ottawa. While it is not considered a rare coin, collectors often include it in year sets, especially if they aim to collect one coin from each year. The 2009 5-cent coin does not have any major varieties or special editions, which makes it less valuable than rare years, but still a key piece for complete collections. The coin's value is also tied to the general condition grading scale used in numismatics. Coins in very fine VF condition show moderate wear. Extra fine EF coins show light wear with most details visible. And mint state MS coins have no signs of circulation. MS coins, especially those graded MS 65 or higher, are considered highly collectible. You can find 2009 Canadian nickels in everyday pocket change. Coin dealers, online auction sites like eBay, or numismatic shows. Collectors often look for coins in sealed mint sets or those graded by agencies like ICCS or PCGS for assurance of authenticity and condition. Although it is a common year, the 2009 5-cent coin is a part of Canada's rich coinage tradition, and when found in top condition or with errors, it can hold value beyond its face amount.